Farrington of Carrigaline gets the game on the way, and as Ger already mentioned, we should be in for a thrilling 60 minutes here. Teddy McCarthy, what a good championship he's had, gets in a very good clearance straight away, and Ger, we see that Mick Daly seems to have pushed on the centre forward, and that should be a good clash. Teddy McCarthy, Mick Daly, is there a ploy in that, do you think?
That's right. Imokilly must have some plan in hand on that one, Trevor, because Mick Daly, I would imagine, would be trying to run Teddy, but Teddy's a very, very experienced man, and he'll only run where he'll have to, I think.
Well, Ryan is the free taker for Sars. A good free taker he is too, very accurate, and that's a good delivery. Well, that almost, yes, it's got over the bar. What a great only score in this final. Pat Ryan, after just a minute of play, and well, Ger, Imokilly, the warning is there, they can't afford to give away too many frees, no matter what part of the field it's going to be in.
Well, the referee has spotted something there, Trevor, straight away, the full back and full forward. Down on the goal to our right, they're certainly getting to know each other already, and the referee's having none of this and going in straight away to sort it out.
The referee is talking to the full back, Reardon, and Niall Ahern, the full forward. Just a word on Pat Ryan, the free taking, superb.
Well, we mentioned earlier, Trevor, he's a player that is very, very accurate, and if he gets a chance and lands chances like that, it could be a big, big fillip for Sars.
Well, when the teams came out, the start of the match was a huge roar for Sarsfields. They really have a lot of support here. That's Mick Daly, doubling on that, good hurling. And Mick Daly running into space again, a chance for Imokilly's opening score, and they've got it. That was well worked. Imokilly then respond straight away, Gerald, with a well worked to score.
That was a very, very good score by Mick Daly, and it shows that Teddy McCarthy will really have to stay with him because he's a very fast, skillful player.
Well, a free for Imokilly. Well, Imokilly appeared in 2 semi-finals and a final last year. In the last 4 years, so they've been there and thereabouts, and they're all fired up to win it this time round with no excuses, and they're a lot of people's favourites. But you feel they'll be made work hard today by Sars. That's a good delivery from that free into the danger area, and a chance here for the score, and it's put over. Well taken too by Philip Cahill, the half forward. In fact, starting at corner forward for this final, Philip Cahill, a good score.
Philip Cahill is a very, very strong player, very strong onto the ball there, caught a good ball and got a good point for Imokilly.
Good play by Mick Downing. In towards the full forward. Imokilly have started very positively indeed, but they follow the ball then, and a free for Sarsfields.
Yes, Teddy McCarthy taking too much out of the ball there, holding on to it a little too long, and the referee Ger Harrington giving a free there, deservedly so to Sars.
Well, this is Sarsfield's 7th county final appearance. They won it in 1951, and the last time they won it was 40 years ago, 1957. We already mentioned that they lost to Glenovers in 1989. That was a final that of course, the local channel filmed as well back 8 years ago. Tyke Murphy, but a good championship he's having with that free. It was Niall Ahern, and that looks good. Very good score by Sars, and the scores are level again. That was Brian O'Callaghan's score, wearing the red helmet, and he took that one well, Ger. Good score.
He did indeed. He got a good ball, breaking ball, held onto it well, and found the room to slot it over the bar. He was under immense pressure that time.
So both sides scoring 2 points inside the opening 5 minutes. But a good lively start this is. Well, we were promised that this is going to be a very exciting final, and already the opening minutes suggest that we could be in for a thriller here. That's a good attempt too, but it just goes to the right and wide. Well, Well, Ger, it's been mentioned that Imokilly haven't yet won the county. You played against them way back in 1968 with the Bars.
That's right, Trevor. They're always a team that has very, very good players, but don't always get the chance to really get the county finals and show their stuff. But they're certainly last year and this year proving what a good side they are.
And that's gone wide too. Well, it's a dull and dreary all afternoon, but nothing dull about the hurling here we're seeing in the opening 5 minutes of this county final. The umbrellas up in the uncovered stand. Well, it's hard to judge the crowd, but I reckon there could be anything between 16 and 18,000 here for this. Teddy McCarthy took that well. That's what Sars need today. An inspiring performance again from Teddy McCarthy. Man with plenty of experience, as we all know. Michael Downing. In fact, it was Ronan Dwan with that delivery. Teddy McCarthy is there for the loose ball again, picks it up, gets there before Michael Daly and uses his strength and then gets in that clearance. Imokilly have it again, getting in the clearance before Brian O'Callaghan can block it down. Teddy McCarthy leaping in the air with Michael Daly. That's going to be a great duel today, you feel. We've spoken about that already.
Yes, Trevor, it's one of the highlights when you see Teddy grabbing big high balls, and it's something Imokilly are very conscious of. They'll be trying to keep Teddy out of this game as much as they can.
John Considine, he too has had a very good championship for Sars. Line ball then for Imokilly, and it's with the Cloyne man, Dermot O'Sullivan, a player that Gerald picked out before the start of the game as perhaps one of the key players for the team wearing red and white today. But the atmosphere is electric here at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. And that line ball is going to Sarsfields. Plenty hype about this final, Ger, and fabulous atmosphere.
There is indeed, because one must remember that all those players would know each other from back the line playing underage down in East Cork. Sars, of course, coming from the East Cork too, and certainly it's a big, big occasion for them.
Dermot O'Sullivan with the sideline ball responsibility once again.
It's always so difficult to understand here, Trevor, with the sod is just that little bit slippery, and it's very hard to get sideline balls away.
That's a good sideline cut though, despite what Ger just said. Another sideline ball for Imokilly. They want to take it quickly out from the far side. Slight breeze blowing across the pitch towards the Blackrock end. And threatening rain as well. Philip Cahill getting it up on the stick. Cahill looking at the options inside. Good delivery too. Across the face of the goal, Jimmy Smitty is there. What a good semi-final he had, scoring most of the Imokilly scores, but that's well away for Sars. Good play. Well then, Conor O'Leary just lost it for a moment. Good play again by Teddy McCarthy, using his strength. And look at the determination from Teddy McCarthy. And on the ground he's still pulling, making life difficult for Mick Daly. Well, Ger, that challenge told us something there. Pure determination from
yes,
Teddy
indeed.
McCarthy.
Teddy showing his determination to come through tackles there. But how long Teddy can sustain that kind of effort would be questionable, really. And John Considine now taking a heavy knock there on the chin, so it's a free for Sars.
About 9 minutes gone. It's Sarsfield's 2 points. Imokilly 2 points. Pat Ryan's effort from the free is dropping in dangerously, and the goalkeeper Donald O'Cusack had to get that second time round. Lost it for a moment.
A very awkward ball coming in there, and Donald is very reliable under those balls usually, Trevor. Unlike him to leave a hop out of his possession like that. It just shows the tenseness of the situation, Trevor.
Yes, indeed. A free won by Sars here. Pat Ryan will take. Well, he scored from around this range in the first minute of the match, getting the opening score of this final, a similar position, and he put it over again.
It's a very nice hurl of Pat Ryan, and a very, very good free taker.
So Pat Ryan then, well, it has the accuracy but not the distance this time. Sars trying to win second ball here. Imokilly can get it away. Pat Ryan picks up the loose ball, looking at the target, checking inside. Good hurling, good turn by Pat Ryan, but only red and white shirts there, nobody for Sars. Ronan Dwan. Good delivery. And the referee seen infringement. A foul by Pat Smith, the Sars captain, on Sean O'Farrell, the Carricktool player. And it's a free for Imokilly, which will be taken by Jimmy Smithy wearing that white helmet. Well, a big tally in the semi-final, as we mentioned already, against St Finbarrs. And is he accurate into that city end? Yes, over the bar. Jimmy Smithy stamps his mark in this final jerk.
That was a nice point from Jimmy, because the angle was very, very awkward, and he slotted it over beautifully.
So Imokilly are in front, 3 points to 2. Early days though. Just about 11 minutes of the match gone. Good work by Jimmy McCarthy. McCarthy making a good run here, but then loses it. John Constantine can pick it up. John Constantine, not a good clearance though. Imokilly have possession again. Good play. And that's a good attempt too. It took a slight deflection, but over the bar it goes. And that was Derek Barrett, the Cove player, with that point, and extends Imokilly's lead to 4 points to 2. Good kick by Ronan Dwan. Now the ball breaks loose to Paul Callahan, and Callahan is fouled. And, well, Imokilly penalised. And surely they'll be punished even further here, because Pat Ryan, well, doesn't miss frees from this range normally. He's already put one over from a lot longer range, and he's going to keep Sars in touch here, you feel. Pat Ryan then just nips it over the bar, straight between the posts, and the Sars roar goes up again. 4 points to 3 in favour of Imokilly. The referee, Ger Harrington, wants Donald O'Cusack to speed it up a little, the Cloyne man.
Very little in it so far, Trevor. Team's very even, but Sars are not getting much ball into their full forward line really at this stage. Imokilly looked far more dangerous in there.
Yes, good defending this time, Pat Smith, but then runs into the corner forward. And Brian McCarthy gets it second time round. The right corner back did well then to get in that clearance. Ball still in play, and away by Dermot O'Sullivan. Kenny McCarthy watching this, look at the leap. Just lost it though, another hand it went, and Imokilly on the attack again. Well, danger here you feel, but Sars deal with it well, and that's going to be a sideline ball. Derek Barrett, awkward angle in, and a chance for a goal here for Imokilly, and it could be a goal. Over the bar it goes. Well, that was a great goal chance. Philip Carroll takes his point. He's second of the match.
Well, he took a point there, Trevor, but I don't think he'll be too happy with himself when he looks at that again. He had a great chance. Had he got the ball cleanly from that cross, it surely would have been a goal, but he dallied on it, and Tyke Murphy came out and put him off on the ball, eventually going over the bar.
Philip Carroll playing at right corner forward, and there was goal written all over that. but he'll take the point for now, you feel, extending Imokilly's advantage 5 points to 3. And we're coming up to the 15-minute mark, almost midway through the first half. Mick Daly, the Cove man from way out, and hasn't found the accuracy at all. He'll be disappointed with that. Mick Daly. A good start by his team. Sars, it's fair to say, in any other matches, haven't started well in any of the games. They're slow starters.
They are. They're great battlers. That's their strong point, really. But at this stage, their half-forward line and midfield would really want to get into the game and get better ball into the forwards.
Mick Downing, and that's going to be a score. Yes, the old player puts it over the bar for another score for Imokilly. Double scores now, 6 points to 3. And, well, sure, Michael Downey got a lot of space then.
He did, and it's one of the things that their half-forward line, Imokilly, are certainly finding the room to manoeuvre the Sars backs around the place, and they're doing that effectively at the moment.
Now Sars need to respond here. They haven't scored for some time now. Pat Ryan, and that's a good dangerous ball in there. Niall Ahern on top of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper did well then. Donald O'Cusack kept his eye on that and then feeds it out to the cornerback. In fact, it was Mark Landers. Now Pat Ryan, is he going to score from here? That's a good effort by Pat Ryan. Very good. Now that might lift Sarsfields. His 3rd point of the match, Pat Ryan. His first from play, Ger.
Yes, indeed, Trevor. It just shows what an inspiring this player can be. He's certainly got a great point there, and it lifts Sars' spirits right now.
Yes, just 2 points in it, 6 points to 4.
They needed it, Trevor. I think at this stage they need to up their tempo of the game a little bit.
So Pat Ryan with the sideline ball. He's got 3 of the 4 scores the Sars have got up to now. Member of the successful Cork under 21 All-Ireland Championship side, of course. Paul O'Callaghan beaten to that by Mark Landers, and O'Callaghan gets it and sends a good ball in towards Niall Ahern. The big man's got it in his hand, and Niall Ahern, well, was he fouled? The referee says not. Waving play on, and then decides that he was fouled in the end. Shoved back, pulling on the jersey, and Sars are going to reduce the Imokilly lead from here.
Well, Niall Ahern had to work very, very hard to get that free from the referee, and it's a sign really that you know, the players who grab the ball in around the square, the referee will want them to get on with it and play it.
So business as usual for Pat Ryan. He's not going to miss him here. Just blast that one over the bar, and that's his 4th score, the centre field player, and it now reduces Imokilly's lead to just 1 point, 6 points to 5, and this is a tight one as expected. An entertaining first half we're watching here. The referee will give a clash ball here. Is this the way you expected the opening watcher 20 minutes would go?
Well, yes, it's been close, but perhaps Imokilly have the upper hand at this stage, just slightly, I would say, you know, but Sars, through the form of fighting back into the game again, Trevor.
Well, that was a fair shoulder, play on, and Imokilly get in the clearance. Pat Ryan going for it with Ronan Dwan, and it breaks loose for John Considine, taken off him though. Ronan Dwan picks it up, good delivery too, in towards the full forward line now. Sars will have to be careful here. That's a point. Well taken score. Sars, or Imokilly rather, regain that 2 points advantage, and that was Sean O'Farrell, man from Carricktool, with that point. So 7 points from Imokilly, 5 for Sars. Tyg Murphy in the Sars goal with that puck out. Big one too. Pat Ryan, Paul O'Callaghan fighting for the loose ball with Maurice Cahill in there, and the referee is giving a free for pushing again. I think it was against Maurice Cahill, and Sars have themselves a free, and Pat Ryan. Imokilly have given away a few frees in this first half.
to have and in around this area where Pat Ryan is certainly proving that he's very, very accurate at them, and let's see if he can land this one.
Well, that wasn't a good one at all, and the crowd knew that straight away, but come off the post. Well, that was close then, and maybe a goal here for Sars. It's gone over the bar. Well, almost a goal then. Brian O'Callaghan has got it. Brian O'Callaghan with his second score of the match.
Yes, and a quick puck out, and the referee isn't happy with that one, I think, and he's insisting the ball go back and be pucked out.
Well, Sars could have got a goal then, Joe. First when Pat Ryan hit the post and that free.
That's right, and the ball came back down, and the centre forward did have a chance of a goal, but elected to take his point, and perhaps it just cancels out the opportunity Imokilly had earlier when Philip Cahl missed one.
But Sars not allowing Imokilly too much distance at all. 7 points to 6, just one in it. Well, it's been tit for tat throughout this first half. Brian O'Callaghan with the latest score for Sars, the second of the match, as he said. Michael Downing, working hard for it.
Well, the play goes on. There's a tussle right in the middle of the field where Teddy McCarthy's on the ground with Mick Daly, and the referee has now finally seen it, and he's gone in to sort it out.
Well, that was an off-the-ball incident, and Teddy McCarthy and Mick Daly, it's going to be a big battle between these two today.
Yes, I think it started out as a tussle, really physically round each other, their arms, but eventually they went onto the ground, and there was a few punches thrown on the ground, and the referee now is seeking the help of the linesman on this one.
Well, he's going to put both players, I'm sure, going the two in. Mick Daly and Teddy McCarthy, the players been spoken to, and he's going to, well, both players have been booked, and they shake hands, and let's get on with it.
Yes, I think perhaps there'll be a point in Teddy's tonight from Mick.
Well, clash ball is the outcome after all that. And who's going to go with Mick Daly? Got Teddy Michael in for a minute. John Considine. And it's a free for Sars. There's very little to choose between the sides at this point in time.
Yeah, they're very, very evenly matched, aren't they, Trevor? And
Dermot O'Sullivan surrounded by Sars shirts, but finds a red and white shirt. Brian O'Driscoll, and O'Driscoll gets in the clearance, and that's gone out over the line, and a sideline ball for Imokilly.
Yes, I think the linesman just about got that one right. Despite the protestations of the Sars players, it certainly was an Imokilly ball.
A little over 7 minutes of the first half remaining, and just 1 point in it. Good sideline ball again by Dermot O'Sullivan. Battle for possession again. It's picked up nicely by Timmy McCarthy. Surrounded though, and Mick Daly then picks it up, and a chance for a score here for Imokilly. Well, that was a good challenge, and the ball is on the ground, and the referee will cash it again. Well, there are a few scuffles going on, Ger.
Well, yes, indeed, and I think Derek Barrett, I think, is having his name taken this time, Trevor, for one would feel that it's all very unnecessary, really. You know, a few tough, hard tussles, but certainly nothing for players to be getting overheated about.
Just the occasion, I suppose, getting to a few players at this point in time. It is early days yet, though. Just 1 point separating the sides. This now could be two. Indeed it is. That was a good score, put over by Mark Landers. So 2 points in it, 8 points to 6.
Yes, Trevor, that's 2 points Imokilly have got now when Sars defenders had the ball and should have cleared it, instead lost it and then went over the bar. 2 vital points, really.
And again, a tussle for possession here. Ronan Dwan's on the ground, and, well, Brian O'Callaghan lashed out then, but the referee has awarded a free already to Imokilly, and tempers will have to be calmed here. As there's a a little danger that this one might just spill over a bit.
Yeah, the referee telling players just to cool it down a little bit.
Dermot O'Sullivan.
Yes, and Shawnee Leary there, touch of the Sevi Ballesteros there. I think Shawnee telling them where to put the ball. It's holding Shawnee, not goal.
But a point will Dermot O'Sullivan with the free. Good delivery too, but it just might tail out wide. No, it's kept in play. That was well kept in. Picked up by Teddy McCarthy, and surely was fouled. Yes, the referee eventually calls it. It was Pat Smith who got in the way first, the fullback, from captain to Sars, and then Teddy McCarthy was fouled. So a chance to get Sars settled down again, relieve some of the pressure.
Yes, you feel, Trevor, that certainly the tempo of the game is dropping down a little bit. Maybe it's all the few niggling fouls that have come in there. It's broken the tempo of the game really in the last few minutes.
Yeah. Maurice Cahill getting in the clearance, the centre back from Imokilly, and that's out of play. It's going to be a sideline ball to Sars. Eight points to 6 then. Paul O'Flynn, the Sars cornerback, will take the sideline ball. Good one too. But again, easily for Maurice Cahill to deal with, but then he gives it away. Pat Ryan, oh, he showed it out of a dance. Silly free to give away again by Imokilly. And there'll be further penalised here. That's silly from Imokilly point of view.
It is indeed, and it just shows the indiscipline that's creeping into the Imokilly team really in the last few minutes. And certainly, giving away the free was bad enough, but to have it brought forward that few vital yards was certainly very, very silly.
A chance for Pat Ryan to put over his 5th point of this final, and he's not going to miss from there. Over it goes, and the Sars crowd make themselves heard again all over Páirc Uí Chaoimh. 8 points for Imokilly, 7 for Sarsfields. Pat Ryan gets his 5th score, the game's top scorer so far.
You can see, Trevor, that Imokilly are very, very anxious to get on with a quick puck out, and then Niall Ahern, the full forward, is watching Dunlogue and not allowing him to hit out the balls quickly.
A lot of players losing their footing too on a greasy surface here with the rain we had this morning. Sean O'Farrell picks it up, tight angle, gets in a good delivery. Now a chance for a score here for Imokilly. Are we going to see a goal here? A goal! Goal by Timmy McCarthy!
What a super goal. Shawnee Farrell got the ball out in the corner and picked out Timmy McCarthy, and Timmy McCarthy, while it looked like he was going to be hooped, let the ball drop onto the ground and hit an unstoppable shot to the roof of the net, and that's a vital goal from Timmy. Not the first this year, I might add, Trevor.
Yes, a splendid strike, and it extends Imokilly's lead now to 4 points. 1-8, a total of 11, 7 for Sars, and that could have a big bearing in the game. That strike from Timmy McCarthy is just yet unstoppable. Now will Sars respond straight away again? That's Pat Ryan, but the effort has gone to the left and wide, and Donald Cusack wants to get on with it quickly, and it won't happen. Well, hurley's been thrown on all over the place. A few broken hurleys in the last few moments of the match. Well, hardly time to draw your breath here. This is certainly a very exciting final we're witnessing, and we're very close to half-time. Well, Imokilly getting that vital goal at the right time too, just at the end of the half. Tiggy Murphy will have to be careful, has it in his hand. Good goalkeeping by Tiggy Murphy, and a sensible hand pass outside, and away it goes by Conor McCarthy, the half-back. Good delivery too. Now John Barry for Sars. Been held back, but the referee waves play on. John Barry still has it. Barry eventually gets the pass inside. Paul O'Callaghan, in fact it was Paul O'Callaghan was bundled out of the way then. Pat Ryan, good play by Pat Ryan, and he's stopped free for Sarsfield's roll. Ooh, didn't get a hold of that at all on him. The flick on. who finds the back of the net. What a final. This is, we're at the end of the half, now into stoppage time. And it's 1 goal and 8 for Imokilly, 1 goal and 7 for Sars. I'm sure this could well be the last piece of action in the first half, although there were a few stoppages.
Jimmy Smithy, just a little bit far out maybe for his accuracy, but
I think you're right, sir.
Yes, it's just going in. Oh! No, certainly that's very, very much uncalled for. 1-1. We're certainly going to be in trouble with the referee in this one.
Yes, and that is one. He's happy with the referee just previously about another decision. It was against them. Charles got that through. And the referee is straight up and catch him down the goal.
Yes, indeed, he's told the Pat Ryan to even having seen the incident that Ronan was certainly the aggressor there. And he went straight into him as they turned to come back out for the puck out. Ronan just went into him, not to say it was bumped in. Certainly he was the aggressor in that occasion.
The referee, Joe Harrington, brings the first half to an end here in this GSB Cup County Senior Hurling Championship final. And at half-time, it's Imokilly who has a slender advantage, leading Sarsfield on a scoreline of 1 goal and 8 to 1 goal and 7. A classic first half, and I'm sure we're going to need for a thrilling second half. Joe Harrington of Carrigaline about to get the second half underway.
And just 1 point between the teams now, 1-8, 1-7, and still all to play for. You would get the feeling that the longer that Sars are in this game with a chance, the harder they're going to be beat.
Attacking the city end of the ground, trailing Imokilly by a single point. That really was an explosive first half.
It was indeed an excellent first half, and just 1 point between the teams now, 1-8, 1-7, and still all to play for. You would get the feeling that the longer that Sars are in this game with a chance, the harder they're going to be beat each other, because the club side has great spirit.
Yes, and Sars have proved that throughout this championship. Never say die attitude. A few of those games, they looked like they were out of it for spells. They come back to win games and reach the final.
Come on, Imokilly, come on, lad.
To get the today, it was Connie McCarthy getting away from the Crowley, using his strength and winning the free for Sars.
Yes, Teddy's certainly taking on the man there when he gets the ball. He's taking them on and trying to burst past the challenge.
It's worked here, the free for Sars, and Pat Ryan looking for the equalising score, but not with an effort like that. It's just tailing to the right. But Sars have it, and maybe a chance for a goal here for Sars. Well, that was John Murphy. He was bearing down on goal, and his way to the goal was blocked, and now Imokilly win a free. Well, it looked for a moment like Sars could have got him for a second goal. Joe.
Yes, indeed. He was threatening coming in from the right-hand side there, and just failed to find a room to get the shot in. He was snuffed out of it in the end.
So just a couple of minutes gone in this second half. 1-8 for Imokilly, 1-7 for Sars. And there really is a fabulous atmosphere here at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Donald Cusick with that free. Picked up by the fullback Pat Smith. The Sars captain gets in the clearance. And that was Paul O'Callaghan going for that, beaten to it though. And Imokilly have it. And this is a good run by Derek Barrett. runs into Teddy McCarthy and then feeds Michael Daly. Daly has to turn fast, and that is gone over the bar. It looked like for a moment it was going to go to the right, but it found its way in. Good score by Mick Daly, and given room to, he proves he's going to be a danger.
Yes, a good point there. Mick Daly feeding off of Derek Barrett, who did all the donkey work there, taking on the back line and passing out a pass in the end.
So Imokilly getting the first score of the second half, which taken them about 3 minutes through Mick Daly. And Sars have it again. And is that a foul? No, the referee waves play on. Looked like John Murphy was being held. And Imokilly can break away, but they don't go too far. Mick Daly and Ted McCarthy. McCarthy getting there first, and the referee this time is giving Mick Daly the free. Well, Ted McCarthy doesn't like the decision, and I must say,
yes, that did seem a little harsh, I thought, too. You know, it's very, very slippery, as we said so many times under the stand there, Trevor, and certainly I didn't see the foul there that the referee did.
Neither I. Imokilly get the decision. And Sars were penalised another few yards as well for disputing the decision by the referee, Jimmy Smithy. He's put over one free already. Can he find the range from here? Sars do their best to put him off, and that is well struck. Over the bar it goes for Jimmy Smithy, and Imokilly putting a bit of daylight between the sides now. 110 to 107, 3 points the difference. Tyke Murphy with that out, long clearance too. Imokilly just getting on top at this point in time. Only a couple of minutes though into the second half. Teddy McCarthy for Sars. Under it was Brian O'Callaghan. Paul O'Callaghan battling Harper as well. And it's picked up now by Conor Leary, the goal scorer. And Conor Leary, well, he was going for his point then, blocked down. Good defending by Imokilly. Conor Leary gets it up on the stick again. And was he fouled? He was. Yes, free for Sarsfield. Conor O'Leary certainly causing a few problems then, Ger.
Good work there, good speed on the wing first, but good tackle by the Imokilly back, who failed to let him get his shot in for a goal, and eventually he fought back hard and deserved the free.
So real opportunity for Sarsfields to get their opening score of the second half. 5 minutes gone in the second half, and Pat Ryan, who's already got 5 points. Well, he's missed it. Well, that could be a costly mixture.
Well, that was certainly a very, very bad miss by Pat, and let's be fair, it's his first one today that he's missed, but it looks so simple really to put that one over. Nothing is ever simple in the county final, I suppose, Trevor, when you think about it.
Yes, well, Imokilly left off the hook then, no doubt about it. There's a chance for Sars to reduce the deficit. Not taken though. And, well, Imokilly won a free again. And Jimmy Smithy will fancy his chances, this time from the left side. How costly is that Pat Ryan free going to be at the end of this match? Smithy just steadying himself then. Lifts and strikes, and it's gone straight over the bar again, no mistake. And that's Smithy's third point of this final. So 4 points now between the sides, sure.
Yeah, that's the biggest lead that's been so far in the game, and certainly Imokilly at this stage are getting on top, there is no denying that.
Jimmy Smithy put under pressure and wins another free. Brian McCarthy going into the back of Jimmy Smithy when he lost his hurley. And, well, Jimmy Smithy, you feel, is just going to put this back over the bar again. So about 7 minutes of the second half gone, and that 4 points advantage could easily turn into 5. Smithy, and it's gone wide. Well, Pat Ryan did it a few minutes ago for Sars, missed what looked a very easy free, and this time Jimmy Smithy puts it wide.
Yes, he looked very casual on that one and didn't hit it at all well. So that cancels out Pat Ryan's miss earlier for Sars.
Roland Dwan.
Sorry, Trevor, but these kind of misses can deflate a team really.
Paul O'Callaghan, good hand pass inside. Now, Brian O'Callaghan pulling on the ground. He's already got 2 points. Lost the ball then, and Maurice Cahill breaks away. Now Mark Landers for Imokilly. With that big delivery, Tyke Murphy will have to be careful here. Gets it on the stick, and Tyke Murphy, was he fouled? He was. Tyke Murphy wins a free for Sars. Well, I wonder, are the Sarsfields mentors below Stuart thinking about maybe 1 or 2 switches at this point in time, or is it too early yet?
Well, I think they will be thinking about it because they can see that Imokilly are gradually getting on top in this game, and they're going to have to break the stranglehold.
Teddy McCarthy again shows his brilliance. He's all fired up for this final. Wants it so badly, as do all the Sars players, and they've got a free. Niall Ahern brought to the ground, and this time, well, Pat Ryan will put it over, you feel. He was slow in coming up to take it, sure.
Yes, not as fast as he was for the other ones, Trevor, but knowing the kind of player he is, he'll take extra special care with this one, I would imagine, Trevor. Yes, he's steadying himself. Yeah, that makes up for the other one, and brings Sars back a point closer now to Imokilly.
Well, he's the leading scorer in the game, Pat Ryan, with 6 points. 111 to 1-8. Donald O'Cusack with the puck out. His team leading by those 3 points. Mick Daly, haven't seen too much of him in this final. Maybe that's because of Teddy McCarthy. And that's a free for Sars,
yes,
for pulling again.
A free against the full forward, Sean O'Farrell there, for backing into his man and holding him off.
Well, about 9 minutes of the second half gone. There's a bit of movement below us at the Sars bench, but we'll have to see what kind of changes they'll be making. Looks like they will be changing things around. Pull on the jersey again, surely then, right under the referee's nose. Leaves the play on though, leaves play go on. And a chance for O'Callaghan, and has he taken it? He has! Brian O'Callaghan gets his 3rd point of the match, and he has been taking some good scores in the game. Brian O'Callaghan, the centre forward.
Centre forward he has indeed, Trevor. And just when you think that Sars their hearts are dropping a little bit, back they come again, and they show what great hearts they have really in championship hurling, Trevor. They're not out of this game at all yet.
Well, they've been doing it throughout the whole championship, Sarsfields, and a lot of the neutrals fancy Sars and want Sars to win, you feel. I think most neutrals, it'd be fair to say, Joe, would go for a club side anyway. Would that be a fair point?
Well, I think anybody attached to clubs would probably feel that maybe they would prefer to see a club win the championship. But at the same time, Imokilly players, they're all club players too, with their own various clubs, and certainly it will mean every bit as much to them, Trevor.
Well, Teddy McCarthy with the sideline ball, played it towards his own goal, but found a loose blue shirt, and that's going to be another sideline ball, and it's going Sars' way. Well, as we all know, Imokilly lost out last year after a replay, and well, it's very close today again, Ger, and I'm sure you wouldn't rule out another replay at this stage.
Well, at this stage you certainly couldn't. I suppose since they started the second half, Imokilly have shown the better form, but once again Sars showing that they're very, very tough fighters, and coming back into it again. They need to sustain it though.
Mick Daly from Imokilly, one of those runs. This is a good run by Mick Daly. We chased back, and Mick Daly left go all the way then, but he hasn't found the target. Mick Daly switching again with Ronan Dwan.
Yes, indeed.
Now on Ronan Dwan, sorry.
Yes, indeed, they have switched now, and Mick Daly has been brought out to midfield, and Ronan Dwan has gone on Teddy McCarthy.
Is that a sensible move, you think, by Imokilly?
Well, I think Mick Daly needed to come into the game a bit more. So from their point of view, I think it is a wise move to bring him midfield where he's happier.
Jimmy McCarthy, the goal scorer for Imokilly. Teddy McCarthy against Ronan Dwan, and McCarthy's foul this time. Ronan Dwan, and well, the Sarsfields crowd really making their presence felt then during when Sars got that decision.
Yes, indeed, and perhaps making up for the one that he gave against Teddy in the first half. Slipping and sliding there again. Teddy very anxious to take this free and telling Tyg Murphy in goal, go back in goal. I'm going to possibly land this one myself.
Well, it's a long way out. Teddy will be hoping to deliver this right into the full forward line. That's a good free too. Batted away though. Pat Ryan is onto the loose ball. Good play by Pat Ryan, and well, he ran straight into the Imokilly player, says the ref. Well, Niall Ahern tries to double on that one, but it was well out of his range. Teddy McCarthy picking up the loose ball, and Teddy running into space, looking for a score here. Teddy McCarthy, good delivery again, but it's gone to the right and wide.
Yes, a good ball in by Teddy McCarthy, but Niall Ahern, a full forward, just failed to get his hurley to it.
Remember, Imokilly looking for their first ever county final success. Sars hoping for their third ever. 51 they were winners, 57 winners 40 years ago. And they do it today. Or will Imokilly win their first? They're the questions being asked all around the ground now, but well, we still have a long way to go. 17 minutes of the match left yet. 2 points in it. Imokilly 1-11. Sars 1-9.
Must be remembered too, Trevor, that Imokilly are physically a very, very strong side. Very big, strong team. Very mobile, and plenty of good hurlers in there, and with the heavy going, perhaps in the closing stages that will tell.
Yes. And Imokilly have a free. Jimmy Smitty is making his way over to take it already after putting over 3 frees. This one though from longer range. We've seen him miss a few from around this range in this game. But maybe he'll drop it into that danger area. Smitty then steadies himself, and again the noise from the Sars crowd to put off Jimmy Smitty, and indeed it worked this time, Ger.
Yes, indeed, a lot of noise just as he's about to take it, and shouldn't put a player like Jimmy off when he's taking a free though.
Tyg Murphy, and that Sars goal with the puck out, doubled on by Brian O'Callaghan, who's having a very good match for Sars. John Murphy out in the corner, difficult angle, but not difficult enough, because John Murphy has put it over, and that was a very good score by the corner forward, one of the best scores of the match, Ger.
Super score by John, and certainly one that Sarsfield needed very, very badly.
So both sides now have got 3 points in the second half. It's back to where it was at half-time, just a point between the sides, 111 to 110, and a quarter of an hour to go, midway through the second half. And what a final we're witnessing here at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. It really is a great final, and Imokilly on the attack again. Philip Cahill trying to get inside, great block, one-handed end Cahill, and away off the stick of Conor McCarthy for a 65. Well, it's living up to its expectations, Ger, for me at least.
It is indeed, Trevor. It's an excellent game, very, very exciting, and Imokilly threatening to pull away and then being pegged back again by Sars, and still all to play for, just a point in it.
Well, an opportunity for Jimmy Smitty to extend Imokilly's lead here once again, to try give him back that 2 points advantage. So Jimmy Smitty, will he be successful this time? We'll wait for the Sars roar here again to put him off. Yes, as expected, and he hits it accurate this time. It looks very good. Yes, straight between the posts. It hasn't worked this time to put off Jimmy Smitty. He's got 4 points now in the match from frees. Tyg Murphy with the puck out. 2 points between the sides again. 112 for Imokilly, 110 for Sars. Ball kept in. Mark Landers getting away from his man, and well, he hung on to it too long.
I think a little bit of poetic justice there, Trevor, because I think Barrett actually slid onto the ball on the ground and picked it up as he was sliding by it, and eventually was penalised for overcarrying it.
So Pat Ryan, will he get the same treatment from the Imokilly supporters when he's taking the free here?
He certainly won't get it from the Sars men.
That's a good effort. Very good score. Pat Ryan gets his 7th point of this final, but more importantly, he brings Sars closer again, 112 to 111. Both sides getting 4 points in the second half. Sorry, Ger.
Once again, Trevor, the referee is not allowing that quick puck out by Donlow Cusack in goal. The ball had been pucked out up the left wing. Referee's not happy. It has to go all the way back. I think perhaps Imokilly should see that quick puck out tactic is hardly working now, Trevor, and it's slowed down the whole thing for them, if anything.
Donlow Cusack, that's a big puck out from the keeper. Ronan Dwan and nobody picking up Downing, and Downing trying to pick his point. Well, he should have done better because he had plenty of time and space then, Ger.
He had indeed, and perhaps a sign that legs are getting tired in the Sars defence. Looking across the line, the half-back line, a lot of leaden feet there, I think, at this stage.
Yes. 18 minutes of the second half gone. We might see a few changes during the next few moments, maybe next few minutes.
It's quite possible, yeah. I think the Sars half-forward line are coming in more into the game with their midfielders too.
Well, that wasn't a good delivery. Made it easy enough for Imokilly to clear, but they're struggling to get it away. Willie O'Riordan, full-back, eventually gets it away in space again for Downing. They'll have to tighten up on the Imokilly number 10. And now Smitty comes away. Jimmy Smitty, look at the room. Jimmy Smitty surely going to put it over here. Plenty of room to shoot, and over the bar it goes. There was only one result then because they just stood open, Ger.
They did. Teddy McCarthy could see that there was a man running off with Jimmy to his left-hand side, and the pass was going to come anyway, and perhaps a goal might have come had Teddy came to him. So Teddy was content to back off and let him take his point.
Well, we do see a switch now, Joe, that we spoke about. It's Jared Murphy who's come in to replace Michael Downing in the Imokilly side.
More and more, Trevor, you can see the Imokilly forwards in particular, they're finding that extra little bit of room. Perhaps a sign that legs are getting tired in the Sars defence.
Well, the ball is stuck in the turf.
Yes, indeed, it's in a divot there.
Yes, and a clash ball. 113 for Imokilly, Sars 111. Imokilly have led for most of the match, it's fair to say. The Sars have rarely been in front.
Yes, they've been chasing it all the way, Trevor. Yes, they have indeed. At the same time, 4 points is the most that there's ever been between the teams.
Yeah, except for the first minute, Sars went in front. And that is a very good point. Very cleverly done indeed by Timmy McCarthy. Goal on the point for him today. He's having a good match, Timmy McCarthy,
yes,
for Imokilly.
A vital goal and a point by Timmy. He certainly knew that he was going to be hooked there had he swung the hurley, so he tipped it over the bar one-handed.
20 minutes of the second half to go, 10 minutes left in this county final. Imokilly leading by 3 points, but here comes Sars again. John Barry into Brian O'Callaghan, and Callaghan, free man is Paul O'Callaghan, and Paul O'Callaghan steps inside and then loses it. Well, there was a goal chance for a moment then, you feel. The goal was on.
Sorry, Trevor, but that was an excellent chance for Sars to perhaps get a vital goal. Paul just dropping the ball at the vital time.
Well, now Imokilly won a free, Jimmy Smitty, and you'll feel that things are just slipping away from Sars, even though there's still a good 9 minutes to go. But that was a chance a few moments ago for Sarsfields. And now Jimmy Smitty, who's got 5 points in the match, hoping to put this one over to give Imokilly a 4 points advantage. Smitty with the free, and he has put it over. 6 points for Jimmy Smitty, and now it's a 4 points lead for Imokilly, and coming in is Brendan, in fact it's Jared Murphy. Jared Murphy coming in for Sars. It was Brendan Coleman, of course, coming in early on for Imokilly to replace Michael Downing, but now it's Jared Murphy coming in for Sars. Well, Imokilly in the driving seat, no doubt about it, and threatening to pull away from Sars here once again. That was Brendan Coleman, who's blocked down. Paul O'Callaghan beaten to that by Dermot O'Sullivan. Good play by O'Sullivan. Getting the ball in there towards Jimmy Smitty, and Sars will have to be careful here, and Ty Murphy is down on it and eventually is booted away, but still not to safety. Timmy McCarthy from Imokilly looking at the target and putting it over the bar. Good score again by Timmy McCarthy, goal and 2 for him, and well, it's looking dismal for Sarsfield's Ger.
Yes, indeed, the game is slipping away from Sars. I think they'll sense that now, and perhaps an element of they're having to go for goal, and they feel that perhaps a goal is the only way they get back into this game now.
Well, they won't get it like that. Timmy McCarthy, what a wonderful match he's having for Imokilly, and again on a solo run, getting away from Gerard Murphy, and Timmy McCarthy from that awkward angle, and that's out wide. So 116 for Imokilly, 1 goal and 11 for Sars, 5 points the difference, and Seamus Considine is coming in on the Sars side. Sars desperate now for scores at this stage, and they're putting Teddy McCarthy in, it seems, at centre forward. It looks like they're moving Teddy McCarthy into the forward line.
Yes, a little bit of disarray really, because none of the forwards seem to know who's actually coming off. Not quite sure if Sars still have 16 men on the field, Trevor.
Well, the referee is going to award a clash, and I see some Sars heads dropping at this stage as Daly got in that clearance. And Imokilly looking for another score here, and it's gone over. Points by Sean O'Farrell. Just over 5 minutes to go, and 6 points the difference. Is there a way back, Ger, you ask for Sarsfields?
Well, certainly a goal is becoming more and more important to Sars, and it must be said that in the Imokilly forward line, what games Sean O'Farrell and Timmy McCarthy, 2 Cork under 21 hurlers, they've had a big influence on this final today.
Yes, John Constantine hand passing that away. Nick Daly losing out this time. Sars have it, they need a goal, and they need it badly now, Sarsfields. Mark Landers coming away with it for Imokilly. Ronan Dwan has had a good game too. John Considine battling for that, wins it against Philip Cahill, and Timmy McCarthy. McCarthy is fouled. Well, they're finding Timmy McCarthy hard to handle in the second half.
They are a touch of desperation there in that tackle by John Considine really on Timmy. Timmy was looking for the open space, had a look at John's tired eyes maybe, and decided he'd go for open space.
Well, a chance for Jimmy Smitty to get his 7th point of the match to equal Pat Ryan's score, but he will be worrying about who gets the scores once somebody does. There's a shot of the huge crowd watching this match here at Páirc Uí Chaoimh today. It's been a super final. Imokilly leading it by 6 points and looking very likely champions. And Mick Daly is all right, hobbling back into play. So Jimmy Smitty then with the opportunity to give Imokilly a 7 points advantage. Smitty setting himself again, and that is good, it seems. It looks good from here. Yes, they like it. Over the bar it goes. Point number 7 for Jimmy Smitty, and really it's curtains for Sarsfield's Ger.
Well, it is. It looks that way, Trevor. It must be said. Heads are dropping, as you said. Teddy McCarthy now trying to rally them, and no better player than Teddy to get it going again for them.
Well, Teddy lobbing it in, but the referee has penalised Imokilly further. And, well, it's pure and simple now. Sars will have to get a goal if they've any chance at all of rescuing this final. The mentors below us are looking at their watches anxiously. The Sarsfields mentors, that is. And Well, they know there's very little chance of a comeback here, even taking into consideration the way Sars have come back throughout this championship. 7 points they trail, and there's only about, well, less than 3 minutes to go. Pat Ryan takes it, going for goal, no doubt about that. They have to. It's desperation stuff now. They have another free, Sars. Will we see a Sars goal? And then we could be in for a great finish to this match. Pat Ryan will just lob this in around the square. They need something big, Sars. It's a good delivery in there, but taking nicely, and Imokilly have defended when needed to again. They are very strong in defence, Ger, and they proved that throughout this championship.
They are indeed, and it's certainly very hard to manufacture a goal like Sars were trying to do there with a defence like Imokilly that's so strong.
How does this final rate then, Ger, with the previous ones we've seen down the years?
Oh yes, it's been a very closely contested one up until the last 5-7 minutes, Trevor, and it's been very entertaining.
Is there a goal here for Sars? No. Imokilly again, stout defending. Brian O'Driscoll gets it away, but not very far. And it's a free again for Sars. Well, they've won 3 frees in a row, and they haven't been able to get a score from either of those frees. Maybe here we'll see a Sars goal, but even at that, you just feel it's too late, sure. And the Imokilly supporters behind the goal in the Blackrock end are ready to invade the pitch.
They are indeed. Niall Ahern now, strong hitter of the ball.
Niall Ahern then blasts it, and it's gone over the bar. He couldn't keep it down. A point for Sars, but they needed something much bigger than that. 6 points between the sides, and this is going to be a famous day in the history of Imokilly hurling. It really is, sure. They've never won one before, of course, and they're now on the verge of collecting their first ever. Damien Irwin of Killis coming in, and Jerry, you will have to pick man of the match too, and there's been a few outstanding performances. I don't envy your job today.
There has indeed, Trevor, and could I just say that certainly Damien Irwin is coming in there at full forward for Imokilly. He's certainly been one of the stalwarts of Imokilly hurling down the years. Nice to see him in line to get a county medal.
Well, that's going to be another free for Sars, and another opportunity for perhaps Niall Ahern to have a blasted goal. Well, they have had their opportunities in the last few minutes of the game, Sarsfields, and maybe here they'll get a goal, but that won't be enough to rescue them because time is up on my watch. We've 60 minutes up.
Time is finally running out for them, you know, and they've showed such great heart in this championship.
Pat Ryan then trying to get a goal, and he's got one! Pat Ryan, but it's too little too late, you feel, for Sarsfields. 1 goal and 7 for Pat Ryan today, but they needed that a few minutes ago, Sarsfields, because the referee is looking at his watch again. Time is up. Imokilly are ready to celebrate. 2:12 to 1:18. 3 points the difference, and the referee sounds the full-time whistle. Imokilly have won their first ever Cork County Senior Hurling Championship title. 1:18, a total of 21. To 2 goals and 12 for Sars, a total of 18. It's a famous day for Imokilly, but credit to Sars for making such an epic final, a very entertaining one. But at the end of the day, justification, it was a deserved win for Imokilly.
No doubt about that. Imokilly deserved to win this game, and it's a historic day, as you said, for them, Trevor. They've tried so long and so hard for this one, and certainly it is the fulfilment of a lot of people's dreams in East Cork. Well done to Imokilly, and tough luck to Sars. They've fought hard, and must be said, to the very end.
So again, great scenes here at Páirc Uí Chaoimh at the end of another TSB Cork County Senior Hurling Championship final. It's Imokilly's day, but spirit thought too for Sarsfields, who had a great championship, but they just hadn't got it in the end here in this final today. Again, the final score, it's Imokilly 1 goal and 18, Sarsfields 2 goals and 12. Classic final.
Well done, Brian.
Well done, Brian.
Well done, Willie. Great stuff, mate. Well done.
We may have one.